right, and good day, everyone. I'm Joshua Weisel here in the Storm Studios, covering your forecast for Northwest Arkansas, the Arkansas River Valley, Northeast Oklahoma, and Southwest Missouri. Let's get into this forecast here for this afternoon. Let you know about some rain chances that we have on the way, and you can kind of see where we're talking about some greater potential further to the west, where temperatures are not going to be as warm as they are to the east. So this afternoon, highs are going to be ranging anywhere from the lower to the upper 70s, Southwest Missouri, Northwest Arkansas, parts of Northeast Oklahoma, and of course the Arkansas River Valley. And you can see Poto, Fort Smith, and Waldron look to be the warmest spots, even Clarksville into the upper 70s. Now, overnight tonight, it's going to be another mild but humid overnight into tomorrow morning. So keep in mind, it's going to be a little bit cooler, unseasonable for this time of year, but some areas, especially the warmer areas with that humidity, it's going to be a little bit of a warm and sticky start to the day tomorrow morning. So specifically in the River Valley, 60s, right around the upper 60s in the southern parts of our county coverage area. Now, moving on, here's a look at what we got for today in terms of severe weather. No highlighted risk for organized severe weather today. So just keep that in mind. But I can't rule out some of those heavier thunderstorms that may be a little bit on the louder side. We're not expecting storms to necessarily move all that quickly. And when you factor in some heavy rainfall, some thunder, maybe occasional wind gusts of 30 to 40 miles an hour, some storms may be on the louder side, but no organized severe weather today. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got with those rain totals. Now, further to the west, and as of midday, we did have some showers, even some thunderstorms in northeast Oklahoma, and that's where we're expecting higher totals today. There's going to be a little bit more coverage throughout the day further to the west, but gradually, as we head into the evening, that activity will span to the east. And as it does so, that may lead to some heavy rainfall potential, southwest Missouri, parts of northwest Arkansas, and the River Valley. So let's show you what we're talking about with the future scan radar. Now notice the Tulsa Metro all the way through parts of this evening. A little bit heavier activity and more activity, to say the least, continuing into this evening. That will make its way into portions of northwest Arkansas, southwest Missouri. Later on into the evening, parts of the overnight, we'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms continue into the overnight and into tomorrow morning, especially near the Tulsa Metroplex. So, a lot of rain activity on the way, especially near Tulsa in northeast Oklahoma. So just keep that rain gear handy, but also keep in mind slower storm motion, meaning these aren't going to move all that quickly. That's going to lead to that localized flash flooding potential, especially if you have areas receiving heavy rain over a long period of time, or you get training activity, which means there's multiple rounds that move over the same area with heavy rainfall. So just keep that in mind. Zooming into northwest Arkansas in the River Valley, we're expecting highs anywhere into the mid to upper 70s today. So it's going to be not quite as warm as some days in recent memory, but it is going to be slightly on the warmer side, especially in the River Valley. Overnight tonight, 60s, anywhere from the lower to the upper 60s, just depends on the location. So like I said, it'll be a warm and humid start to the day, especially in the River Valley tomorrow morning. Zooming into northeast Oklahoma, here's a look at that forecast for today. Cooler spots around Tulsa and areas to the west where heavier rain is expected. It'll take a little bit longer to make its way to the east, which means those areas will have a little bit longer timeline in order to warm up this afternoon. Poto and Sallisaw look to be the warmest spots, upper 70s today. Now, overnight tonight, still with that rain activity, we're expecting some lows tomorrow morning into the 50s in western Oklahoma, and you can see a little bit warmer to the south and east where not quite as much activity is anticipated per future scan radar. And then we'll look at southwest Missouri, and you can see kind of the same thing, this afternoon, right around the lower to the mid 70s. It's going to take a little bit longer for that rain activity to get here. I'd probably say closer to maybe 5 or 6 o'clock is when we'll start to see things making their way closer to southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas. So a fair amount of time for things to warm up overnight tonight, right around the upper 50s, even some lower 60s, as you can see in Branson. Now let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. And, I just want to let people know, if you're organizing any sort of outdoor activities, because we have Memorial Day coming up, if you have those outdoor activities, I wouldn't cancel those or significantly alter plans just yet. And my reasoning for that is, if you've been tuning in the last several weeks, if you've been, in tune to the forecast the last couple years in northwest Arkansas, parts of the River Valley, southwest Missouri, stuff like that, models, for whatever reason, are not very helpful in our neck of the woods. And, we've had some days recently where for example, it'll look like there's no storms forecasted, and then you see scattered storms develop. Or Models show scattered storms develop, and then we see nothing. The models aren't very helpful. Think of, we have a blank canvas, and actually, I think a better thing right now is, we've all tried AI art for for some reason in recent memory. It's never great. You ask for it to, you ask for, hey, I want something to look like this. And then it gives you an output of, yeah, it's kind of like what you asked for, but it wasn't, perfect. That's what the models do. They're forecasting something, and there's various models that we look at, and they're never going to be 100% accurate or perfect. They're going to have a depiction of what we're looking for, but it's never going to be 100%. So going forward, just, keep in mind, if you're organizing outdoor events for Memorial Day, I wouldn't cancel those or significantly alter those just yet. Daily rain chances are the moral of the story for Northwest Arkansas. Same with the River Valley. Every day is going to be a little bit different. So stay tuned to the forecast. Rain chances right now, uncertain the further you get out. All I can tell you is everything's looking a little bit more active because we're going to have some systems that move through based off of the trends that we're looking at. Some systems will swing in. We'll have some subtle energy that swings in. Every day is going to be a little bit different in terms of the timing, the coverage, and the amounts. So just stay tuned. Take it one day at a time. Here's a look at northeast Oklahoma, and you can see daily rain chances there. Some days are going to be a little bit tricky, like Friday, for instance. You're going to have those showers and thunderstorms in the morning, maybe a little bit of a break by the midday, and then more rain activity later in the day on Friday. Coming up on Monday for Memorial Day in the Tulsa area, parts of northeast Oklahoma, maybe a break in the rain, but like I said, everything is a little bit more uncertain the further out you get, so don't change those plans just yet or alter them if you're organizing any sort of outdoor activities for Memorial Day. So we'll be keeping an eye on the forecast. Take it one day at a time. That's why we're here. And another thing, just a quick little announcement. We're working behind the scenes just because it is launch week. Now you can see the green screen is a little bit better today. We're working on so many things. And behind the scenes too, we don't have a mobile app just yet. We don't have our streaming apps up just yet. It takes a lot of time and effort to get these things moving. And I just want to let you know, be patient with us. We're going to work to get those up and running, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We're just looking to, finalize some of those details, work on the coding, stuff like that. It takes a little bit of time with all of that. The other thing too, we're working on schedules. So if you like the schedule that we started yesterday, where we have a morning show, the daily show, midday, evening, overnight, stuff like that, let us know. We're working on show schedules too to see what the viewers like, in terms of timing and all of that. So your feedback is much appreciated. You can either email us or comment on these things. We love your feedback. We love hearing from you. Let us know your thoughts on all of that. The other thing too, if you like these forecast segments, the best way to support us right now is by sharing that. We have some of our accounts that are approaching 2,000 followers. Let's hope that we can get there. The goal at the end of the year for some of our accounts is 10. So help us out by getting to that milestone, by sharing our forecasts, liking, commenting, subscribing, or following. It really just depends on the platform. And if you own a business in any of our county coverage areas, we do have options available. We have a couple of spots that we've filled up, but we also have several more that are, available. So we'd love to work with you and your local business. So reach out to us. Head on to weather225.com. We have an Advertise with Us tab. You can find our email and contact information there. We would love to work with you going forward. So if you know anyone with a business, share our contact with them. We're reaching out to some businesses as well. Hopefully, we'll be able to work with you going forward. That's a look at your forecast. Stay tuned. We'll have an evening update here coming up. You can advertise with us this storm season and throughout the year. Contact us today for availability and pricing. Weather 225 since 2015.